But let's queue up into this next match. We got Jay versus Hills.
It's interesting. I wonder if they're just gonna. I wonder if ClashWars are gonna come in with all Expo decks.
All Expos today? I would love to see that. You know what I would love to see a clan do? All Sparkies. Hog on the left-hand side. Pump on the right. Way to punish him. We talked about that last week. Punishing someone when they play that
This
pump.
is like one of the. I think this is the first Lumberjack we've seen.
I believe this is the first or second. No, I think this is the first Lumberjack we've seen.
This is the first.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get value out of the rage spell, which is something you kind of really want.
Well, he dropped the Lumberjack there to take out the Hog Rider. He was kind of like forced.
So he already got the counter, thankfully. And he's got a Princess coming in on that right-hand side. That's going to get great poke damage. He's up the pump. Hills is really in a tough spot right now. Nice counter with the guards. Guards putting in work on both sides.
He ended up getting his pump down, though. So they both have pumps now, but the problem is Jay has 2 pumps now.
Yeah, the problem is Jay is leading in Elixir and trade value, so, I mean, Hills is really, he's just playing a classic Hog cycle. He's going to have to figure out how he's going to get that tower. Lumberjack Royal Giant. Wow. Very interesting, especially because Royal Giant isn't something you really see in tournament play. We talked about that earlier. I mean, how will it perform here with the Lumberjack to back it up? It could get good damage. Great counter.
Ice Spirit,
Mini P.E.K.K.A.
is just complete counters it.
Destroys.
Even in just an Ice Wiz by itself, like I'm
real slow at least.
Well, with Ice Wiz against a level 2 Ice against a level 13 Royal Giant, it still didn't get that much tower damage on my tower. Just because the slow on it, Tyler just neglects it. You know what I mean? It doesn't
exactly.
It doesn't
and you know what? Jay basically wasted his advantage, right? He had a great advantage. He made great counters in the beginning, and he hasn't been able to play the right push cards to put the damage in. Hills keeps slipping in that Hog, right? He keeps getting that poke damage, and last week we saw that can win. That like puts away games. When you have that poke damage time after time after time, you know, you're not worried when you get to late game.
It's just like a minor deck. It just gets that chip,
and then it's over. Hog already got another hit off there. Jay is just playing a little bit slow,
Lumberjack
He
is
needs
where
to
he
get
wanted
his stuff sped up.
He got the Lumberjack in the front. That's where he wanted the Lumberjack. So let's see if he can get this Royal Giant getting a couple shots.
He gets the rage on the Royal Giant, and it gets 4 or 5 shots off. Nice. Woo! Log, shut down those guards. There we go. You definitely want guards to get lured, to get pulled away. They may be weak, but if there's nothing to stop them, they can be a real threat.
He doesn't get that poison on the tower. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, he just lost out on a lot of damage there. About 320-something damage there.
And the Lumberjack is in the front again. He just
getting
that damage rage from the Rage Royal Giant. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Heels is looking in trouble here now. He looked like he was going in ahead, and now he's
He hasn't been able to get his counters. He keeps, you notice why? Hills keeps wasting his Mini P.E.K.K.A. He keeps throwing down the Mini P.E.K.K.A. too early. Wow, Giant right into the rage. Royal Giant right into the rage. Nice.
Oh, onto the Elixir Pump. Nice.
And he's forced to pump in defense. You never want to do that. And now he doesn't have any counter for the Princess on the right-hand side. Hills, man. Hills is really bleeding right now. He finally got the Mini P.E.K.K.A.
this is going to hurt. Lumberjack with guard from the tower is going to be deadly.
And Log. Don't forget that Log is going to do 100 damage at tournament level. That tower is now poisonable. Unfortunately, I don't know what Jay's last card is. Is he playing the Lightning?
Royal Giant
Lightning
again.
the MVP this week?
He zaps it.
It's a zap, and I think that is going to be tower unless the... Oh, okay, there we go. He had the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on rotation. But it doesn't matter. Zap Mini P.E.K.K.A. Wow. Zap Mini P.E.K.K.A. shut down that. And then Log for the win. Yo.
Log 2 times in a row.
Log takes the game twice. If you're not running Log, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, respect the Log.
Respect the Log. Dang, okay, so that puts us at tie. We're now 1-1. We're going into the third match, and both teams looking to get ahead here.
That's crazy.
What are they going to do?
So far, all matches in the tournament, Log wins.
Log won. Log has won every match in the tournament so far. It's absolutely overpowered.
I've had the Log in my shop like every week, like at least 2
And you haven't bought it?
And I didn't buy it. And I just bought it the other day.
I bet you people watching the league are thinking the same thing.
I'm like, I just bought it the other day and I was like, do I want to get to level 2? I'm just gonna get to level 1, try it out, see if I like it, and then I'll get it to level 2 when
I love how Jay's deck was Royal Giant. We talked like, are we going to see it today? I mean, Giants banned.
I guess that makes it useful with dropping the rage on the Royal Giant. Makes it to be able to be competitive in the tournament format. If you can get that rage on there with the Lumberjack.
Inferno Tower, and I feel like if he would have had the Inferno, it would have been better. Here we go. Skills versus Slayer. What's going to go down?
Goes. I'm really curious to see what Slayer's going to be playing. On top of that, what Skills is going to be playing too, because Skills should know what Slayer is good at.
That's true. These are both players. They're not like, it's not like they're seeing each other for the first time. Everyone like in this league pretty much knows around what's going down, you know? So do you play against that? Do you play a completely new deck? Do you play your normal game? Like, it's so many mind games and so many different choices you have to make in this league. It's absolutely insane.
Ooh, bowler!
Woo! Slayer coming in with the bowler.
Get some bowler hype in chat, guys. Bowler hype
my
in chat.
goodness. And it looks like he's going to get the value he wants out of it. Bowler Hog incoming on the left-hand side. Bowler pushes away the mini P.E.K.K.A. and it targets it, so Log is going to get 3, maybe even 5. Oh my goodness. 4 hits off on tower.
But now
That's crazy.
He should be able to counter this mini P.E.K.K.A. pretty easily.
Yeah, all he's got to do is shut down this push. What a great play there. In fact, I would argue that he didn't even need to waste those goblins.
Honestly, I wouldn't have fireballed the princess. I would have left it and then got the furnace because that was the biggest thing to worry about.
Exactly, and now he's going to be sort of, yep, there's the furnace. He doesn't have the fireball for the furnace this time, so he's not going to be able to make the same trade that he made last time.
Drops a bowler, but that splash damage still does hit the tower with the fire spirits.
Yeah, unfortunately, he needed to play the bowler behind the guards. They will retarget.
Well, the bowler should be able to take care of the furnace unless he drops a mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah,
there's the mini P.E.K.K.A. to shut it down.
The problem is a bowler, the mini P.E.K.K.A. doesn't counter the bowler as well as you want, you know?
Oh no, the mini P.E.K.K.A. basically shuts down everything. It's such a good card. That's why you're seeing it ran in every deck. A lot of tanky cards are really good at tournament level, and mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Spirit is the answer to those.
I feel like it'd be awesome if the bowler pushed back all targets instead of just medium and small.
Oh my goodness, the bowler does need a buff. I think we can all agree on that. It is pretty good on tournament level. There we go. He played his fireball on the pump this time, so even though he's not going to be able to shut down the furnace, at least he can sort of get back in his groove and play sort of the game that he wants to play. I like that.
I wonder what Skills' last card is, because that's probably his trump card. That's the card that's going to give him the win.
Yeah, is it the Expo? Is it the Lightning? Like, what are we going to see? Is it just a bowler deck, or is he playing sort of that boom-esque desk with the bowler Expo? I don't know. Nice. He cycled in time, because he took out the pump, he was able to cycle in time to get the furnace and the princess. That was a great fireball there. It's okay, this hog is really gonna shut it down, and then Slayer is really gonna have the advantage going into the overtime. So Skills hasn't really been able to set up right. He's gonna have to figure out how he's gonna get a push going.
Interesting placement by itself with the princess. I don't know if that was smart. Trying to get some chip damage on the other tower, making split push it.
Well, he did make Slayer waste his Zap and Ice Spirit, which ended up being Slayer's last card. So Slayer's last card is Zap, which means he's just running straight Bowler Hog deck. Very interesting. Fireball on this left-hand side. There we go. That's the kind of chip damage we need to be seeing. Getting the tower and the furnace. Just like you said early on, those are the plays that Slayer needs to be making if he wants to win.
I really want to know what Skills' last card is. Like, what is he running that
he can't really use?
Is it like
it's
a 3 Musketeer?
Well, I mean, his deck is very much
like
a minor deck.
It's a minor deck.
But Miner's banned, so
and
if
he was running Giant there, he would have already played Giant. If he was running...
Well, he can't play Giant because it's banned.
Oh, not Giant, sorry, not Giant. You know, like Royal Giant.
Yeah, got you. And then he just got another Fireball on that left-hand side, so Skills is in trouble because it's literally going to come down to those Fireballs for game, just like over and over and over.
Get the tower. No, he drops the furnace there to stop the Hog Rider. Princess is just doing chip damage, but the problem is...
It's a rocket! Woo! Rocket, boys! Unfortunately, I feel like Skills needed to be doing that the whole game. He should have, instead of trying to make these pushes, he has the rocket. He needs to be doing rocket, do direct damage. The rocket is going to out-damage the fireball.
Hit the rocket on the bowler right now. Boom. With the bowler and the
tower. Exactly. He could have got a lot of value out of that.
That's the thing that's
strong push from Slayer on this right-hand side, and that fireball is going to put it away. You know what? Skills held onto that rocket way too long. One thing that I want to talk about that really separates great players from the best players is multiple win conditions with a deck that you would not expect multiple win conditions. Yeah. So a lot of times you'll see people like, we'll go back to Justin's deck since someone was playing a variation of that earlier. Justin plays something sort of like Hog, Inferno Tower, and then he'll play like Rocket or Lightning or something crazy, right? Or even Fireball Poison. And what'll happen is he'll never be able to get Hog the tower. He'll switch, right? He realizes, okay, I'm never going to get the push win, and I'm never going to get the tower with that. He'll switch and do all his damage with poison, all his damage with poison goblins. All his force is going to take, he's going to take the series.
And we got Boom versus Firestorm.
Oh, snap.
Jumping in with
Princess for guards. Wow, guards really shut down that princess. The bowler, another bowler. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Okay, I didn't realize Boom was playing. He's known for playing bowler Expo, like just weird off decks. Fireball coming on the left hand side. Ouch, he played it too early. He might have been able to hit all 3 of those, to be honest, even at sacrificing the crown tower. Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to be a great counter to that bowler, and he's not going to get the value he wanted to. At least it took out the guards.
Mini P.E.K.K.A Hog Rider, though, he's like, oh, I wish I would have the Mini P.E.K.K.A now. But does he have anything else to make up his Hog Rider? He has guards, but he got them with the Ice Spirit.
That means he was able to cycle back to guards, because guards were his first place card. So Boom's deck, pretty low cost as far as cycling goes. I'm waiting to see what those last 2 cards are. I'm betting one of them is Expo. Unfortunately for him, Firestorm, man, he really got that hog to tower and just went to town.
That's ridiculous, that damage he got. Because the way that Boom should have let the tower take the Ice Spirit and then drop the fire.
Yeah, he played too early, and that really hurt him. And now he's making the sort of the same mistake that Firestorm made in the beginning, dropping a random princess for some poke damage. And now Hog is coming in guarded by guards. Hey, there you go. That Ice Spirit's gonna stop the Mini P.E.K.K.A, and that's a tower.
Oh my goodness! Like, he literally, you saw the guards get placed and the Hog Rider, and then he just threw a fireball. Like, you can see it happening.
Yeah, it was almost same time, but he could have stopped. He could have stopped. He could have countered.
That's the thing.
Mini P.E.K.K.A is not going to get the tower. It's going to get shut down by that princess. That was actually a really good princess shutdown. And then now the princess is going to get some poke damage on that bowler. Boom can't really play anything. Mini P.E.K.K.A unfortunately goes the wrong way. Guards are going to shut it down right there. At least Hog is not going to really get much hit off with that bowler, pushing it back every time.
But this is the thing that changes the way that
And there's the Expo.
There's the Expo.
Boom trying to make a comeback. Great poison.
It's going to stop that.
Great
guards
poison.
come out. The guards should be...
And a zap to retarget the guards. Nice. Princess to shut down the guards, which means Expo will probably hit tower again. No. It retargets the princess and doesn't put it away. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he is. So now at least he made a better trade, right? Boom is getting more in his zone. Unfortunately, this is a really strong push coming in on the right-hand side. Look at that. Wow. Look at that bowler. Completely shut down everything.
Now, he can get this push and get this tower. He can still be into it. He needs to get the Expo down. He needs to get that push going. The only thing is he has to worry about guards being dropped on top of him, another Mini P.E.K.K.A being dropped on top of him. He drops Fire Spirits, which are just going to be splash damage by
that's unfortunate. Maybe he had to use them to cycle. That's the only thing I can think of. Princess at least will start hitting the other princess, and they're going to trade princesses. Unfortunately, that zap retarget puts it away, and it looks like this is Genesis' game.
Oh my goodness, he drops a fireball, taking up the elixir collector.
Yep.
So, I mean,
really good counters by Firestorm there.
But that's the thing that separates those the high level gameplay with like you were saying, really, really skilled players that are really good. People that are good players, but the thing that separates it is make sure you watch what people's card rotation is.
Yeah.
You have to keep track of people's elixir cost of their cards, their card rotation, how much elixir they.
And we're going right into the match.
Great. Versus Justin for the win.
Oh my goodness. We already know Giant Miner's not coming out. Pumps on both sides. They're both trying to get into their game.
That's the best thing to start with.
I like it. Yes, they both started really strong.
Now it's like, now you're going to make, so if you attack Pierce Pump, he's either going to poison or fireball yours. So you're like, should I just...
Exactly. Very interesting. He sort of played his Ice Wizard in a spot where he could have got poisoned, but he decided to sort of like throw it on that side. It's going to be, this is a really good counter. The Ice Spirit Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to really shut down that Valkyrie, and Mini P.E.K.K.A is even going to run on tower. Gets shut down by the Fire Spirits, but Ice Spirit on left-hand side. Justin's already starting with the poke damage. Woo! Hog gets targeted by the Mini P.E.K.K.A instead of the Ice Wizard.
Let's get a hit off on the tower, though.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice for Justin. Putting in a really good start. Ow, wow. Mini P.E.K.K.A does not get targeted by the cannon. He's supposed to pull out that zap.
It does not get a hit with the zap.
But he got scared and he played an Ice Spirit, so he lost elixir on that. And he's going to be down. Yeah, but now he's down 2. So he's sort of down 2 elixir because he had to waste the zap and then the Ice Spirit. He's down 2 elixir. Both have 2 pumps. So I mean, it's still...
We've already seen Justin's win condition, which is his Hog Rider, right?
Yeah. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. His win condition is his Hog Rider. Justin is one of those few players that is really good at winning without his win condition. So unfortunately, he keeps that Mini P.E.K.K.A keeps getting the tower out. Gets a hit off. Goblin Barrel, nice! Wow, look at that Goblin Barrel got so much damage.
We got a really big push coming in with the Hog Rider.
Yeah, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A is really gonna shut everything down. Unfortunately, it retargeted, so the zap made the Mini P.E.K.K.A retarget the troops instead of the Inferno and completely shut down that push. Great zap by Gray.
And the tower was on the Mini P.E.K.K.A, which is what you didn't want. You wanted the tower to be on the Hog Rider.
Yeah, unfortunately, Justin I don't know if he played his troops a little bit off. But he hasn't seemed to be able to get this.
So now we're seeing all of Justin's cards, and the same with Gray. And there's an Inferno, which is gonna pretty much shut down a Hog Rider unless you can cycle around a bit to get around that Hog Rider.
Well, I'm really liking Gray's deck. He's got the Inferno, he's got the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Valk. I mean, he's really set up to defend anything and keep lobbing that barrel. Justin now has to really hold on to his zap.
Mini P.E.K.K.A. though, get on the tower. Is he gonna get the tower? It does get the tower. It's one hit. Two.
No, one hit. Shut down by the zap.
There,
I know, that was really weird. The animation finished, but he didn't get any damage. That's super unfortunate.
I call hacks.
Yeah, at least Justin is up that damage now. Hog, here we go. I love that poison. Did you see that poison?
Yes.
He knew the Inferno was coming out, and he preemptively placed it, so Inferno took the full brunt of that poison. Hog gets the tower, gets 2 hits off, and that's a poison away from a tower.
That's a poison.
With 10 seconds left, Gray has to make a push. That's unfortunate. Gray's deck is a very not make a push deck. It's a very counter deck.
Well, it's kind of like the other person on his team that was running the what was it?
The Rocket instead of Miner, yeah.
Rocket Mini P.E.K.K.A. Who was that? That was
wow. Justin takes it, and that means ClashWars is going to take the series.
OW.
Woo!
What?
Their first W of the season, perhaps.
Oh my goodness! Can we get some hype?
Give some love. Give some love to both clans. Give some ClashWars love, some Genesis love. That was a great game. In fact, I feel like
it was. It was skill.
Justin didn't have the better deck. I feel like the guys from Genesis really could have won that match. He sort of got flustered and he let that Mini P.E.K.K.A. get to tower.
He's using a Goblin Barrel in place of a Miner.
But he was working. You saw him get the damage in the beginning. Like it was really he knew what he was doing. He was playing it high.
I think the thing that he didn't have a zap bait.
Yeah, he needed the zap bait. Agreed. Unfortunately, I think the Inferno was meant to be his zap bait, but he got poisoned instead. He played right into the poison, and that really was the turn of the game.
We got I think he should have done like a minion horde in there, or minions, or something in there, or a princess, or something else to bait the zap, to retarget stuff. Maybe.
He needed minions, maybe one more card, so he really had the force on that zap. But now we got Clout versus Hammers coming up next. Look at this Hammers lineup. Woo! Can you feel the heat? We got full frontage, Chief Mystical, Naruto, Backstab X, and Critical.
My boy.
Oh my goodness.
My boy Backstab up in here. Like Backstab, like I always say every week, Backstab's one of my favorite players.
Oh man, and he's one of the best players on Hammers.
And we got Chief Mystical, which a lot of people didn't know who Chief Mystical was. Like I knew him.
Until last week when he came in and freaking shredded the competition.
Yeah, because I used to run tournament. He used to be in my bracket tournaments. I used to do on my stream all the time. So that's how I knew Chief Mystical. All these players on this team are crazy good. And I mean, look at the trophy average though. You got 3650 against 4000.
It's extremely different. Hammers is one of the clans who they do have good tournament players. They definitely have good tournament players. We've seen it week after week. They're not really up there as far as a ladder goes. I mean, arguably, Clout isn't though. 4,000 average is not. It's a high average,
but it's a huge gap though.
That's true. It's a 350 gap, and that means they're seeing different decks. They're playing different things. We have some really good Clout players here coming in too. So we have ESL Yo, Isopa. Isopa did really high level gameplay. Exactly, and so it's one of those things where both these clans are in the middle, right? So it's not that they've done really poorly or really good. It's that we've seen moderately good things all league. And now we need to see them step up.
Yeah.
If they want to win, and now they have to put a shutout. Well, now they have to start putting games away. It's a turning point section.
A lot of these teams, like a lot of the teams that are like doing really good, they have like not the best players on their team. They have just
exactly. And I think you see that from Crucible Wrath, right?
Yeah.
One of those that they play those off meta decks, they play those really weird tournament decks, and they destroy with them. And we've seen that in this league. So will we see that in the series? Is really what it is.
But then we have other teams that have like they're supposed to be like this like super good, super win this, right? But they only put like every week they put 2 different like heavy hitters in the team, right?
Yeah, two different really big slots.
But then that's only going to guarantee you 2 wins.
Well, even then, it might not. We've seen a lot of the supposed heavy hitters not win their matches.
But they're looking at it, it's going to guarantee them 2 wins. So then that's probably how they're looking at it. Like, okay, these 2 people are probably going to end up getting the wins. We just need to get 1 more, And then we end up taking the set. But it's not guaranteeing you a win. And I mean, I'd rather take an average of above average